Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. It's the Purdue Boilermakers and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the Boilermakers head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will get first crack at it today. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. On the return. Makes a move. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The Nittany Lions offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Big, talented, and dangerous, and Benjamin Bramer fits the bill. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment.
And guys, we just know, and we kind of laugh about it. When we talk about this team, you know you're going to get it.
And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Penn State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Drops back on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
This time on target.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They'll try to get it through the air, and they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Penn State's offense comes onto the field, ready to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Left side is Sauer. Turning it on. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Nittany Lions come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out wide left, it's Sauer. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, it's Peoples. Oh, what a move. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the right side. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the big throw. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Beck. And they can't make the connection. 2nd and long here. They'll give it to People. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Wide receiver going in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to field this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
2nd down to the air. That one just came off his hand badly. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Flying down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Beck. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Motion from the back. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. In traffic, it's Townsend. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it with Gibson. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. They'll ride him again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the punt high into the air. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Moves the pocket. It's Beck. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Upstairs to make the catch. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Peoples. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Fresh center downs going to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. They knock him down right there.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Penn State. Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. RPO complete. Past the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Boilermakers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've moved to the 16, it's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Down he goes.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. thinking three. They want the touchdown, and here they come going for it on 4th and short. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking for the score. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Drops back. It's Specht. Got his man downfield. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Look out! Blasted as he lets it go. Just barely got rid of it.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Moving the pocket, it's Beck. Throwing deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
Oh, he found a space on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. His third down of this game and his third on the season.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
The Boilermakers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Deep in the end zone, it's Martin. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Oh, pressure's coming. Gets rid of it.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion. They'll
run out of the gun, James Peoples. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Beck. Left side is Peoples. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Peoples.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Play action on 1st down. Rush right in his face. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Gibson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. The fake and wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Townsend. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rush is on. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Purdue! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
42, Purdue, 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Selling the fake. Going long. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. Secures it at the 30. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. On the RPO, got him. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Jumped on top of the pile.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it 3rd and manageable and put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice 2nd down play.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run for it. It's Peoples. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Peoples again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
No room to bring it back. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen, see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Going to try to get it himself. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. This game will officially be in the books shortly. Gives us a minute to check out the top 12 and the scoreboard and see how those teams vying for playoff spots are doing. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Plows through the defense. Tried to run it on 4th and 2, and he won't make it. He'll be stopped a yard short. Back to pass, it's Beck. Beck's got it on the screen. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
Here's Peoples one more time. They put the brakes on him.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
There he goes. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have two more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to throw one first. Got it in the middle. It's Townsend. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. And the Boilermakers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Sells the run, looking to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run with Gibson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They'll line up to go for 2. Snaps it in the shotgun. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Off play action on first down. And he gets rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to keep it in the air. They're all over him. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field, fourth quarter.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Motion from the wideout. Got to make the play on fourth. Fires to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Gets a hand in there.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Myers on the move. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Boilermakers want to move quickly. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
I love it. Defense not surprised, right? Like 4 verticals. This is a play when you want to take a shot down the field. They're ready for it. They got the big lead. They know the pass is coming. Really smart.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Under pressure. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got a lot of room to the right. Pass to 50. The 40. The 30. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship.